Hey everybody, Shanda here. I have been feeling it this week, and I bet all of you are too. Just emotions are high, stress is high, it's getting a little crazy. Homeschool started this week for us, and I think it's the same for most districts, and it's just made everything so much more fun. Like, God help us and intervene pretty quickly, because I'm gonna lose my mind, right? Is anybody else with me? So with that, and then my youngest is cutting molars right now, so that's fun too, because we don't have enough going on. So I'm sure you're all feeling it too, and stress is just high, and for grown-ups it looks one way, and for kids it looks different. And for grown-ups right now, I mean, you're probably feeling those stresses of like finances and how long is this isolation and stay home stuff gonna last? Like, when do we get to go back to work and make some money? There's a lot of what ifs. What if you get sick? What if someone in your home gets sick? What if someone in your family gets sick? It's scary. It's a scary time. It's a scary time to live. And it's easy for us to forget that our kids are feeling it too. And Jackson kind of reminded me of that this week. So we have screen time rules, and he has to read a book or read so many books. So one book equals 15 minutes, one chore equals 10 minutes. And when he does those things, he can save them up or he can cash them in immediately, and then he gets screen time. And so the other day he had saved up his minutes, and he was on his iPad and he was playing Minecraft, and all of a sudden he started freaking out, and he's crying, and he is mad. Like, he was so angry, and like big mad. And it was because he created a new world on Minecraft, and instead of having it set on creative mode, he accidentally put it on survival mode. And to him, this was huge. It was cutting into his screen time. He worked so hard to earn this time, and now there's this mistake and he doesn't know how to fix it. And so he's super mad. And I was able to fix it, and it kind of felt a little weird, because to me it didn't seem like a big deal. It was a small, tiny problem. You're going to be fine. But to him, it was huge. And it reminded me that, you know what? This is a stressful time for him too. He's missing his friends. He's missing his teachers. He's missing out on so much. And he feels stressed also. And his just came up in the form of a meltdown over Minecraft. And it made me think about how Ryan Leak spoke recently about how are we intentionally using this time? How can we use it to grow? You know, what can we do? And the biggest thing that came to my mind was emotional regulation, because most of us don't know how to do that. Many people don't, and we have to learn. And if your parents didn't teach you, you may not know. So this is an opportunity for us to learn together. And one way that I frame this for Jackson is when he was having his meltdown, I told him, you know what, Jackson, sometimes we feel big things and we need to let it out, and that's okay. And if you need to cry, that's okay, but you need to feel it, and that's fine. And he said, okay, I just have a lot of he goes, my feelings are big right now, and I just need to feel them. And I go, okay, well, you sit there and you feel those feelings. And it's funny because some of this he's repeating back to me because I've said it so many times over the years, like, buddy, you gotta feel those feelings, and he's doing it. But whenever we do something called flood, when we flood with emotion, that's when your emotions get so big it's hard to see past them. We lose that ability to regulate in that moment, and we're consumed by what we're feeling. And that's how Jackson was in that moment. And I know I've been that way through anger or sadness or grief. Sometimes it's so big you don't have control over it. So what are some things that we can do to help us to maintain control over our emotions? If you're able to, and you feel that emotion coming on, then you can do something that involves all five senses, trying to engage your five senses in a positive, pleasurable way. So for example, for sight, you could go on a walk. We are in a shelter-in-place order, right? But you can still go on a walk. You can go outside, change your scenery. You get to look around. You can hear the nature. You can listen to music. That's also kind of engaging your touch too. As your feet hit the pavement, you feel that. What can you do? You know, another thing you could do for like taste, for example, eat some ice cream, you guys. Get yourself a little treat. That's good for you. Engage those five senses. And then as you've calmed down and you've shifted your feelings to these positive experiences, think about what you were just feeling. Try to figure out why you were feeling that way. Were you reacting from what the facts are? Or are you reacting of like an assumption? Were you assuming things about what the outcome was going to be, or assuming things about a situation? Does my emotion and its intensity match the facts of the situation, or they match the assumptions of the situation? What triggered it? and that way you can kind of build some skills around it and be able to help regulate in the next event. You are able to look more at the facts, look more at the realness of the situation, and not the perceived reality, but the actual reality. All right, that's all I've got for today. You guys have a great one.